Yes, Cece?
Hello?
Hello, Cece.
Hey, Jennifer. I have to, at least at the very beginning of the meeting, join via phone.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Oh, I need to stand up. She wants to be in the meeting too.
Go lay down.
So far, there are 4 of us because unless one of these, I don't know who X-Link and Jim are, but I don't think they're board members.
Everybody saw the message from Lee, right?
She's right here.
The other Lee? Lee Cole?
Oh, Lee Cole.
No,
Yeah.
Lee called. Okay.
Ugh,
That's
yeah,
confusing having 2 of you.
I know. Girly and boily. Yeah.
Who's all here? Obviously me, Jennifer, Lee, who else?
Jackie's coming in. All right. We have 5.
And Doug is here.
He's connected. All right, Jackie, you connected? You're muted.
Yes.
Okay, so you were the 5th, so we can, I guess, go ahead and start if we want to, and if anyone else joins us. That was a strange sound. All right. So roll call, Cole, we know absent with notice. Stacey, you may have to, I don't know, stay on mute. I'm not sure if it's yours that's doing these weird sounds.
Okay, just a second.
I don't know if it's you, but sometimes we'll see. Delisle, present. Quinto. Koenig.
Here.
Be quiet. All right. Otto.
Present.
Prince.
Here.
Seville. He didn't say he was going to be absent, but I know he's on vacation.
Yeah, I think he left yesterday.
Yeah. Stoyer. And Wilbur.
Here.
All right. All right. So does anybody have any comments, or do you want to move to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
All right. Do we have support?
I'll second.
Support.
All right. All in favor of adopting the agenda as presented?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right. Call to the public. Hello, public.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, good. Well, we're happy to report that we are picking up all the baskets and equipment for the course tomorrow. I did want to propose that we do a walkthrough before installation with anybody of the board that would like to join me. There's a couple little changes that I wouldn't mind making. One, for safety's sake, I just want to move a hole or two so that they're not so close to each other. Just don't want anybody to get hit, basically. I was out playing it, doing the test run. I thought, these are kind of close. Might be better if we modified it a little bit. But other than that, I got the volunteers ready to go. And yeah, I'd just like to show you what we got going on over there and make sure we're all on the same page and, keep the wheels in motion.
Yeah, we do have somebody to do the initial mow, but we'll need somebody,
Yeah, obviously, as per the original design, there's a little extra area to mow for a couple of the holes on the north side that loop around, but we can do all the clearing and mow and get it all good to go and whatnot.
Okay.
and then if there would be, like in the regular mow,
Yeah,
plan or whatever,
right.
It could be maybe maintained that way.
So
As long as,
I'm
clear
sorry, go
to
ahead.
them. So as long as it's clear to them, I know I was there when they were mowing the other day and they were like, where's the path go? So,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it'll be very clear.
Yeah.
It'll be easy to see for sure. Yeah, no problem there because we'll have it all cleared for the first time. So when they come, it'll be already open and wide open and ready to go. And obviously you guys will know where that's all at if or whoever if they want to walk it with us. So so.
okay. Do you have an idea of when you'd like to do that?
I'm pretty wide open as far as like evenings and weekends.
Except this weekend.
What's it? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
obviously got
yeah.
Father's Day stuff
Yeah.
coming this weekend, but other than that, yeah, I could propose a date, or you guys could come up with one amongst you, and more than likely, I'm available. So I work for myself, so I can change my schedule. It's a good
Okay.
thing. Hopefully, though, I would like to do it in the next week or two, if possible. Just so we can keep things going. If you'd like, I could come up with a date and
Yeah, 'cause-
put it in an email to you guys.
Is there, we could sort of do a tentative date and time now and see if that works for everybody.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Say like, 8:00 or something. What time would you?
You want to shoot for a weekend day, like a Saturday morning or something,
Or an evening.
or evening? What work?
If it's not this weekend, I'm going to be gone next weekend.
Okay.
Okay, well, how
How about like a Thursday evening?
Next weekend's also the county cleanup day and the race
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, right.
And then the
what
following
about,
weekend is the 4th of July stuff.
Right.
It almost might be better to do a weekday. I know
That's
that's
fine.
most likely available for something like that, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I'd be available sooner too. If we wanted to go on, say,
Tuesday?
next Tuesday evening.
This to Tuesday.
Yeah, this coming.
20, but Jackie, you have a board meeting the 22nd, right?
If you can do it before 6:00.
That would be fine. Walk through would probably take, an hour tops. So I could meet at 4:00, 5:00, either way, 3. Whatever, if you guys want to meet at 3 over there.
Are you Jackie, or should we aim for a different, a day,
I'm good
Thursday?
at 3.
different day of the week?
I am good at 3. I have a whole hour.
You're good at 3?
Mhm.
Jackie's just packing it in all the time.
I'm just gonna plug it in right now.
So 3:00 on Tuesday, is that good with everybody else, or?
I'm not sure.
I can't make it.
Yeah, I'll be at work, but I think it's like 2 or more board members could go. That seems like it'd be fine.
Right.
I'll
Awesome.
be out of town, so I can't make it. Or I would.
Yeah.
All right, so do we want to do 3 on June 22nd, or try to do more of an evening, another day of the week?
it doesn't matter.
That's
I mean,
fine.
if there's other people that want to be there and
um,
aren't going to be available at that time, that's, like,
I
he's
don't know.
very flexible.
The 23rd could also be available in the evening.
Okay, when,
You want to do like the 23rd at 6 o'clock? I feel like
Is
I
the,
could do that.
what day is the 23rd?
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
If that's what works best for everybody, that's fine.
That'd be fine. You'll have more people.
so you're saying
Yeah.
6 PM?
6 p.m. on Wednesday, the 23rd.
Okay.
That works.
Perfect.
That's good.
All right. Well, that's pretty much all I got to report. So I'll look forward to meeting you people in person, and we'll go over it and we'll get things going.
All right. Thanks very
Sounds
much.
good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Everybody have a great night.
You too.
All right.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Do any of our other, I think we have 2 members of the public on here. Does anybody want to say anything? If you do, you're muted. No? All right, well, moving forward. Unfortunately, we have a lot of minutes to go through. Sorry about that. So we have minutes for April 15th, May 20th, and then June 10th. Should we do these one at a time? Parliamentary experts?
Seems like we
Yeah.
can do them all at once.
You can do them all at once, or you can do them one at a time based on if corrections are needed, then you do them one at a time. If not, if they don't have corrections, you do them all at once.
Does anybody have corrections?
I did not have anything.
No? All right,
Neither.
well, let's do them all at once. Do we
Make
have
a
them?
motion, we accept the minutes as presented for April, May, and June 10th.
I'll second that.
I second it.
Oh,
All right. All in favor of approving the minutes for April 15th, May 20th, and June 10th?
I.
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Correspondence. Jacki, do you want to share the exciting correspondence you sent out?
Oh, you mean in regards to the permit?
Oh, I wasn't thinking of that, but if you have something for that as well. I was thinking of
Oh, the one for consumers?
energy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we received something from, and I don't remember who sent it to us. Was it Jennifer Carlisle or
I don't.
from the DDA? I don't remember. But there is an opportunity for us to apply for another grant. It can be up to $250,000. So, as you guys know, I go for the gusto. And it is through Consumer Energy Foundation. The requirements were that they had to be one of the single source of funding. Other than the township putting in their money, they had to be the single source. So we didn't have too much time. I think it went out last Friday and a lot of emails went around, and Jennifer made a recommendation. And the more I researched it, I thought, I like that recommendation. So Jennifer recommended, if we do this, let's try to do a pavilion. And so I priced them and I thought, yep, we could probably do it with $250,000. And so the letter of intent has to be set in tomorrow. I am going to be sending it in tonight. So we put in a 2-page letter of intent, and both Jennifer and I signed it, and it will be submitted tonight. So the process is you submit for your letter of intent. They pick if you go on to the next part of it. And then the next part of it's due like in August, the full application. Then they ask you to apply, and then you can go for it. you may get the whole money that you ask for, but they also said that they do give you money. It may not be the full money that you asked for. So I figure if we got anything, we got anything.
And the pavilion would be
Ventured.
for community park area, right?
Yes, for the community park.
Nice.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Is it, so do they have to be the only funding source if you are awarded the $250,000 or if you are
Yes.
awarded any amount of money from them?
I haven't gotten that far. It just said that they had to be the main source of funding for the project.
Okay. Okay. Because I'm just thinking if they give us $2,000 and that's not enough to cover anything really, and we can't couple it with another funding source, but yet, you know what I mean?
Yeah, then we would not take it.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. I'll mute myself again just a second.
All right. And then Jackie, do you have a second correspondence? Sorry, I'm eating your dinner.
That's all right. The next one had to do with the plantings on the lakefront. I said, and I know we brought it up in our last meeting. Jennifer did contact somebody at the state to see if we needed to have a permit. They said no. Janet Chick contacted somebody at the state, and they said that you at least have to go through the process for them to determine whether you need the permit or not. So what I have done is I drafted a letter to her today asking what does she need for us to go through the process? Does she need pictures? What does she need? I think at this point, like Jennifer said, if you leave it blank, it's gonna cause problems anyways, because there's nothing there in it and the land will erode. But there is a ordinance, or there's a regulation in there about being 500 feet from the highest, and I can't remember what it's called. It has to be the highest part of the lake. It has to be within that part. And if you are within that part and you do any digging, any plantings, anything, you have to have a permit. So I had several board members contact me when they seen us doing the work. And so I thought, okay, we'll go through the process. But nobody has told us to stop, so.
Well, I don't know if we want to discuss this later or now, but I am going on vacation at the end of next week. And right now I'm having to water these plants.
I don't see where the state has any jurisdiction over it actually, so I don't know how they can enforce that.
They do, because Eagle has jurisdiction over the lakes.
They do, but I mean, you know, they
Can't do, yeah, we can't do anything to that site without having Eagle.
well, they say earth moving and construction. So the question
Yeah.
is planting plants, earth moving and construction.
And they have to
I
tell me,
feel pretty
and they have to tell
confident.
us yes or no. And that's what the board members were asking. They want it in writing. Because they don't want it coming down the road that we did something wrong.
All right, I guess
I'm
you
just
gotta do it.
so that I have these plants. I'm having to water them multiple times a day right now, and I'm leaving at the end of next week. They have to be in the ground somewhere, or they will all die while I'm gone.
Where are they right now?
They are like in my driveway.
Oh,
How many have you planted, or you didn't plant any?
I didn't plant. I hardly planted any at the lakefront because I actually need more tilling, and I can't ask anyone to do any more tilling right now. I need someone to go. Tim went through with his tractor, but I need like a hand one to do smaller areas. Or I can't plant really there. And
I wonder if the,
planted the whole, pretty much the whole area leading to the entry to the path.
I wonder if the road constitute is a border
But
on the
anyway,
lake.
I've planted on the other side of the road, and I don't know if the sunflowers are going to work or not, because it's very dry this year, and if they should have gone in earlier. So I could plant in those swaths where the sunflowers may or may not come up, but they got to go in the ground.
And what date are you leaving?
I mean, they have to be in by
Over the
Friday.
weekend? Huh?
They need to be in by Friday, not
Tomorrow.
No, the next Friday.
Next Friday. Okay.
So I can, and there's a lot. So like I'm saying, I could put them in where the path, the sunflower things are that are covered with straw. That's going to be harder because I can't water back there to water them in. But I could do that, like tomorrow after a big rain. But there are, 1,000 plants. It's a lot.
How many flats do you have?
I don't know how many are left, but it's over 1,000 plants.
Okay.
So it's, I don't remember if it was 35 or 45 flats to start with.
I can meet you out there tomorrow, Jennifer.
That would be great, but I need to know where I can put them.
Oh, right.
It's my problem.
Well, if I can get with somebody tomorrow, I'll have something for you. If
Okay.
they just move forward. If they tell us to remove them, then they tell us to remove them.
Okay.
We can just stop
I
watching.
mean, I just want to go through the process to say, this is what we're doing. Tell us yay or nay. It's in writing. We're done.
Yeah. But I told you that Matt Koniecki said he wished more people would do what I was proposing. So I really don't think they're going to say no.
Mhm.
I like Jackie's idea. Just go ahead and put them in, and we got to take them out. We got to take them out. They're just flowers. And then we'll go through the process as well.
Okay.
So the thing is that if you don't plant them, they're going to die.
Right.
If we plant them and we're asked to take them out, they're going to die. So I would rather go through the process of planting them and getting them in.
Okay. Well, I'll have to see if I can.
And I'll go through my process of getting the I's dotted and T's crossed, and we're done.
Okay. And like I could put next, so Tim Saville is gone. Like I could have put him maybe possibly at the community garden or somewhere, but
I was thinking that too.
too.
What was that?
That needs to be tilled too.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really do it.
And we don't have any gardens left, do we?
Not at this. I mean, I can
check and see if we have a tiller at work, a hand tiller at work I can borrow. I can't guarantee, but I'll let you.
Yeah, I had 2 different ones lined up, but since I had to stop. So
Okay.
one of them was Tim Saville, who's gone until he'll be back next week.
Right. But I mean a hand tiller. I might be able to borrow a hand tiller from work.
Does that mean
I can let you know.
not gas
Huh?
operated?
No, it would be gas operated.
Okay. All right.
No, it would be a professional tiller.
Okay. The pushing. Good deal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not They probably have the writing kind that I would not be able to borrow, but a push, if we have them, I would, pardon me?
No, we don't need a writing kind. We need a, one they can do smaller.
All right, I will let you know as soon as I can. Tomorrow morning, actually, I'll stop by work and see, I'll talk to, you know what? I might be able to actually let you know later. I'll let you know as soon as I can,
All right.
whether we can borrow.
And we can always like put them, where the sunflowers are and pull them back out again if we need to, but.
We're just going with your plan.
All right.
I'm checking also with wards to see if they have anything.
What do you mean?
Wards equipment.
Well, I can check again with David Gordon. He was gonna help me before,
Okay.
but his turned out to need fixing, so it should be fixed now. Okay, so we'll move on to the Planning Commission update. We don't have one, right? Unless anyone knows something exciting that's happened. Township Board update. Back to you, Jackie. I'm sorry, you're never gonna get dinner.
Trying to think of the updates. The budget was reviewed in the last meeting. It has not been approved. It will come back for this board meeting to be approved. Let me think else. I will let you know that on the next agenda, the parks, the personnel committee drafted the planning and zoning administrator position. And if it's approved at the next board meeting, we will have it posted for July 1st. We have had some additional COVID policy updates. Those were discussed in the last board meeting, and Bill has made those updates. The board has made the decision that everybody go back into the office instead of working remotely or doing a hybrid. And that's probably about it. It's very light.
All right. School board report. Absent. DDA update.
Okay, so things are just moving along for us in the process of reviewing our TIF plan through a lawyer and possibly doing an audit to get the tax roll set up properly for the TIF. The DDA in the past had worked with the farmers market, and I have told them that Parks and Rec is very interested in taking over that role. We had talked about it in previous meetings. So I would like to remind us of starting to put the wheels in motion for next year, picking a site for that, and organizing those type things that are necessary to get that moving over the next 9 months.
I would also recommend that you recommend to the board that it be a paid position.
So I think in the past we had, through the DDA, put some money forward for someone to organize it for
that money
a couple
would become,
years.
Yeah, if it came out of Parks and Rec, it would have to come out of the general fund, not the DDA.
Right. So so we're gonna have to look into that and see if it's possible. The DDA, you know, hopefully soon we'll have some funding too that could possibly help, but I can't, until we get it, we can't do anything about it. So we'll have to do the reviewing of that costs and all those type of things and work through those things.
All right.
And I know it's something that a lot of people would like to see happen in the community. And I know that people on this board had voiced their opinion of wanting to work directly with that. So I've shared that with the DDA. And it should be sort of added to our agenda, I believe, too, as well. Other than that, I mean, there's businesses are starting to make some improvements, and more new ones are moving into our community, which is great. So, and demolition of a couple of the houses is going to happen too. The one at Barker at the exit there, across from Van's Archery.
Good.
That house is going to be demoed, and also the house on North Main, just past the entrance to the motel and Captain Joe's.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so both of those, apparently they're under a 60-day letter or something to go ahead and remove those. And they agreed, and everything is supposed to, just a matter of time, should happen. And that's about it on my report.
All right, thank you. All right, financial reports. It seems they've broken it. I don't remember it being broken down like this before, so that now we can actually see which are the professional fees. I was excited. Although I'm not sure where a $9,200 park maintenance budget came from. That seems not right unless they put something else in. I don't know if you know, Jackie.
How much was it? 9,000?
Well, it says, yeah, for amended budget. So now they have it broken into, they have supplies, 5,000, and that was sort of like our, usual, what we're working with. And then they have park improvements, 0. I don't know why those are sort of separate. Other professional fees, 0, and somehow we have 100. I don't know what that would have been for. And then planner fees, we have 0, and it was 10,600. And then park maintenance, and they had 9,200. So somehow it looks, and I'm never great at looking at these budgets, but it seems like somehow we have a surplus of park maintenance.
Mm-hmm. And we're not going to keep it, trust me.
Yeah, so it's the year-to-date balance is 729.52. So
Yeah.
nowhere near 9,200.
I will find out. I have to
And-
talk to her anyways next
Okay.
week.
And I can say this is not super updated because it doesn't seem to include, I don't know how much they've submitted for things for the community garden. I know they bought dirt, they bought wood.
Yeah, it wasn't that much.
And so far it's only showing, I'm squinting to see this, but I think it's 896.
Yeah.
I think the park improvements might have been the community garden sign. I feel like that number looks familiar.
Okay, that does look exactly like that.
Yep.
So I don't know why those are separated out, but they,
Oh, okay. So let me read this to you.
'Cause that is a,
Budget
wow.
for 2021, they have the 5,000 and then the 9,200, which was 14,200. It doesn't look right, but
I I wish we were so rich, but.
I know, but I think that 9,200 was put in the wrong account. It should be in the planner fees.
Planner fees, that makes much more sense.
Yeah. So I will talk to her about that. The rest of it has to do, the supplies have to do with the park supplies and any supplies that you did for the community garden, park improvements. Some of these things, I don't know why they were done that way. Other professional fees. Do you guys belong to an association or something?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
So, but it's, I mean, this is much clearer than any of the ones we've gotten before. So
Yeah. Well, you know what the planner fees are from, but the park maintenance, part of that could be L&M landscaping, doing the grass cuttings, but I don't know.
it
I
should
think
include.
that's the 729.
And I know in the past we did porta potties. I don't see any out there.
No.
And the garbage pickup for the dog park. But like this clearly does not show so far the money for the plants. So I'm not sure where those are.
Okay.
But at any rate, it seems like we're doing well and not over budget on stuff. Okay. Does anybody have any comments on the financial reports? No. So recommendations for appointments to the board for the terms ending July 1st, which is Cece and my terms are up. I put in a letter saying that I wish to continue. Cece said she did not. Cece, are you changing your mind?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So I know Tim Seville knew someone who was possibly interested, but we haven't gotten a letter that I know of. And I had asked Sam Quinto about that, Ann Stevens, who had applied the same time Lee did.
Mm-hmm. And there, I think another person that put in their interest. She's a school teacher at the elementary school.
Okay, well, according to Jennifer Carlack, she hadn't received anything.
Oh, okay.
And so the procedure is that we are supposed to make recommendations to the board and then the board.
Okay.
Do we meet with the people again? Well, I guess the woman that came in for my first meeting, we've met her, we know a little bit about her. And then the second person, who did you say the second person was?
I'm trying to think of his name.
It was someone Tim recommended, is that what you said?
Yeah, and Tim thought that he was interested, but as far as I know, he didn't put in a letter.
Okay, so we would have to meet him first, right, before we could recommend him? Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess at this point, since we only have one person, then we can recommend me unless you want me off. And then we have to, wait and see if we get other applicants next month.
So we'll have to recommend you to continue, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
When is your
July 1st.
position up? Okay.
Yeah.
So I make a recommendation that Jennifer Delisle continue on in her position.
Thank you. Please continue in your position.
I'll support.
Thank you, Kat.
I don't know if my vote counts for anything because I'm leaving, but I will also support.
You're still on the board.
Yeah, you have to stay because we don't have a replacement.
No comment at this point. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I mean, I'd like to say I'll think about it, but yeah.
It's okay.
You got to do what's best for you.
So,
You can always like join us, as a public.
well, I mean, like I told Jennifer when I said I wasn't going to continue, I was like, look, I really look forward to seeing how things are going to continue and so on and so forth. So, yeah, so I don't know if it's something where we can say, look, I can continue on a temporary basis until other applicants are considered or something like that.
Absolutely. That's Chuck Stoyer was never, no one ever nominated him or did anything last year. So, and he continued on.
Yes.
And that's what they said was until it's filled, you're trapped.
I would do that.
He had to maintain the ship and he had to stay on there for several years.
Oh.
You make it so ominous.
Sure. I mean, if I can do something like that, sure.
Okay. All right.
Do I need to submit a letter?
I think we just keep going until we do get letters.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. That I could totally do.
Okay. All right. So all in favor of, I guess, recommending my appointment to the township board. And I'm going to abstain, obviously.
Aye.
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 All opposed? All right, thanks.
I think the township was advertising these position openings as well.
Yeah.
I know they are on the DDA. So.
They were on the newsletter from about a week or two ago.
What is that? I heard this noise when I was downstairs.
They were, but I think people are never sure if there's, like a real opening versus. So, any rate, we'll see what happens. So on to the community park, RFP for park planning design services. Jacki, do you have anything to update on that?
For what? Which one? The RFP?
The RFP.
Yeah. So it is on the agenda for Tuesday evening. I submitted everything. The packets haven't gone out. I will be tomorrow sending out an email to all the 9 firms, and also letting the 3 firms that were selected know that they will be doing a 10-minute presentation.
Great. All right. And then the MDNR and Consumers Energy grant applications. I don't know if you want to say anything more about those.
I don't have any updates on those.
All right. All right, path improvements. So we've already talked about the do we stop work? Updates on the other work, I guess, is just that planted the sunflowers, covered them with straw, hope a big rain gets them going. Otherwise, it's just pretty straw. It is really pretty, I think. It's just like gold.
I did want. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was wondering, and I know it's kind of off topic, but is it possible when the company mows that space, can they bag it when they're doing that space? I noticed that all of their all of their grass clippings are going into the tilled beds, and long term, that's going to be a mess. And so I'm wondering if they could bag that, just that space.
Which, are you talking by the lake?
Yeah.
I think it'll be okay. I don't know. They're gonna,
You know,
Hello?
on the park. So, I mean, if they could just turn their mower the other way, going around those beds would work fine.
Yeah, just so that they're not putting the grass clippings into the tilled space.
Mhm.
However they do that, whether they turn the thing or they bag it or whatever, because we're going to be kind of, we're going to be kind of combating combating weeds or whatnot anyway. I just would like to give the plants that are getting planted there the best opportunity possible and not have to compete with grass.
Right. So the other thing is the porta-john and garbage pickup. I know there's conversation both with the DDA and Parks and Rec. I just don't know where all that's at, but I do believe it would be good to get at least one porta-john down on the park property for the summer. And also, I think we had some trash receptors down there. I have a meeting next week with the DDA and follow up with that. Jackie, I don't know if that's something, there's been discussion back and forth between the two committees about this issue, as well as out on Barker on the walkway path about setting out some permanent trash receptors that are weekly picked up or.
Yeah, that would have to come to the township board to make that decision.
And it's not on the next meeting's agenda at all, you know? At all.
I don't think,
mean,
I did not
we
see
kind
that
of
on the
talked
next
about it
meeting's agenda.
a couple of times.
Was it coming from the DDA or was it going to come?
Well, it was a concern of the DDAs, and also I think it's a concern of the Park and Rec. And with talking with Ken Nigman, I mean, he's been involved in these conversations as well about the concerns. And there was some discussion about possible, so we have custodial people at the high school that, you know, do odd jobs outside of bus driving and custodial things. And, you know, we could maybe pay a nominal fee to an individual weekly to go around and pick it up and bring it down and put it in the dumpster at the township hall possibly. So there's been some discussion back and forth how to facilitate that, or, you know, ask the, you know, sewer group of fellas that work around to possibly do it. So we just need to. So we've been trying to work with some sort of voluntary thing, but it's really, I don't think it should be a voluntary thing at all.
It probably won't.
No.
Yeah, but I thought that arrangements had been made that someone from sewage was going to pick up the garbage.
Not necessarily to my knowledge. I mean, we've discussed it, we've talked about it, but I don't think it's ever been carved in stone. I suggested that the township open up another position of their own for custodial type things around the community, you know, just pick up here and there and different things, or ask our lawn service to add that in as one of their things that they do weekly too, is pick those up and throw them in their truck and dispose of them, or take them down and put them in the township dumpster. So there's a lot of ways to do it. We just need to somehow make this happen, I think. I don't know if they want to put the burden on us to follow through with it, or if the township's going to take on the burden. I think they should, but anyways, it's going to be a necessary thing as part of our operation of the parks as well.
Well, I feel bad now because I picked up a lot of garbage and put it in the garbage can, and now I don't know if anyone's going to take it out.
Right, who's gonna dump it? Yeah, so we gotta get that, somehow we gotta get that sorted out. So, I mean, we had some of that in our budget, I think, you know, the Porta-John and those type of things.
Right.
So there shouldn't be, you know, financially out of our budget, any problem with that. We
Well,
just
now
need to get a mechanism.
$9,000, so we should be able to. pick it up.
Yeah, there you go. Right on. I
So
don't know,
Jack,
Jackie, what do you think?
I would be willing to put it on the July, board meeting.
Okay, great.
yeah.
This would
And-
mean that we would have to purchase. I just don't want, you know, flimsy
Yeah.
trash cans. We have to buy nice trash cans. If we're
Yeah,
gonna-
we had discussed that too in the DDA meeting as well, as
Uh-huh.
far as selecting a good, you know, round barrel stylish thing that's consistent through the community. Even some of the businesses, so like the new pot store in town was more than willing to purchase a couple of those and put them out front, you know, on the main street. As far as the receptors go. But then we still need someone to pick them up, clean them.
Yeah,
So
We do.
put it on there and even get it open for discussion and open up a budget for that possibly, so that some purchases could be made and someone could be either contracted or some mechanism of doing that.
I mean,
Would be
there are
great.
two garbage cans at least two at the park right now. And they had bags in them.
Okay. So we're talking about going down Barker and putting them on that pathway, that walkway, that sidewalk area.
Yeah, and apparently there are a bunch of garbage cans that appeared at the dog
A
park.
few through the town, and then, you know, obviously the ideal location where there's people to have some trash receptors set around. So I don't know if there'd be 6 or 9 of them, but and then have someone go around weekly and clean them out for us. Okay.
There are probably like 3 very large trash cans at the dog park right now.
At the dog park.
Yeah, I don't know how often they get changed because
Yeah, because Jennifer Carlisle had sent out a message saying there were mysteriously 4 at the dog park and we only pay to have 1 emptied.
Oh,
So I don't know what kind of garbage cans they are, but if they could be used for now somewhere
I think
else.
at the dog park, we may have like a waste management dumpster style thing there. Possibly, but we don't want that scattered through our community. Out there, it seems to be the right tool.
What kind of garbage cans are they at the dog park?
there's like one that you would have at your home that gets picked up by the truck, you know, but I can't picture the other ones. There might be 2 of those, but the next time I go, I can take a picture and
Okay.
let you guys know.
Because yeah, I know she was looking to try to find out how those appeared there and who was going to pick them up. All right, now we're magically on the dog park. Oh no, I know usually we try to get the free wood chips from the tree company. But Tim never got through to them and he gave me this whole, like, I have to call Iowa and then they'll do it. And I thought it would be much easier if we could just authorize purchase of 10 yards of wood chips from Broadscape to mulch the plantings.
I don't have a problem with that. Is
how
Broadscape,
much does it usually cost?
they haven't been active lately.
So it's 340 plus delivery.
So is that something we vote on today?
Yeah.
Will that go into the next budget? It'll probably go into the next budget year.
Do you think if we submitted because as long as we get the receipts in by the end of the month, right? They would still be in
Right.
this.
Yeah.
So it could be in this month. I'm guessing that that the community garden fence is not going to be in there, so.
So I guess my question is, we spent the other allocated money all on the flowers already because we thought we were going to get the wood chips for free.
Right,
Okay.
right.
There isn't there a place on North Territorial that has wood chips that they provide for free?
They are there for free, but you have to
You have to
pick them
load
up
it.
and transport them. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
and I can't do that.
Me either. Sorry,
You know,
guys.
if you had a front loader and a couple trucks going back and forth to do 10 yards worth, that would be great, but I've been spending so much time on this already.
I love that you know what a front loader is.
I don't have a problem with that, Jennifer.
Okay. I move to spend up to $400 for wood chips for the garden,
For the park.
for the park. Yes.
I second that.
Thank you. Okay. All in favor?
I
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Thank you. And then hopefully no one will have a cow when I have it dumped. Because ideally I would do it like half on the lakeside and half on the other where we're doing the plantings, because otherwise we have to schlep them around.
Yeah.
I don't want to get more calls.
You don't get the calls.
You don't
I
get
know you-
them.
And I
Just
get
do what you got to do.
okay.
Do it.
Don't have it maybe next week when maybe you've had a little more information, hopefully. But dog park. I think we have no updates. Does anybody?
I've
I
been
don't-
there a couple times in the last month. There's been like no one there since it's been hot, and I think it's because there's no shade. There's no shade at all. It looks like someone went and sprayed a bunch of weed killer around the perimeter.
Okay.
Because there's like a foot of dead grass all along the fence.
Yeah.
I think if we had set up the gazebo again, people would probably come out there a little more often. But I mean, there's usually like a little bit of water in the bowl, so it looks like there's maybe people during the day or something. I usually go after work, so it's usually like 6 or 7. But yeah, maybe the drive is deterring people too because it's pothole city, you know. So, but that's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Mhm.
Community garden. So we have the boxes are done. We're waiting for a
They
fence.
look great.
What was that?
They look great.
Yeah, they do.
All right. So do we have any needs there?
Not that I know of, because there was all the soil. It looks like I haven't been, Shannon's been watering my sister's been watering our beds. I haven't had time to go down there recently. I got some spray paint, so hopefully tomorrow I can get to spray painting the trellis bed thing in the back, and we got some morning glory to some annual morning glory to plant to go up the side. I did have a question, and I'm hoping everybody's going to be okay with this. I ended up getting a male and a female elderberry bushes that I would like to plant down there so that we can have elderberries
Hey.
Down where?
at the community garden. It would be accessible for everybody, but they can be big shrubs.
Where would you plant them at?
Well, we were thinking toward the back since there's nothing going on anyway,
Oh, okay.
but
It's going to be.
I would end up, pardon me?
At some point, it's going to be tilled because it's like totally 3-foot weeds right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'll clean those weeds out and clean out enough space around where they're going to go. And I think I'll put a cage up around them so that they don't get mowed over. But we really wanted it to be something, I mean, I don't know how much people know, but elderberries are a medicinal plant. Their berries are good for immune boosting. And so I just ended up purchasing some from the store, a male and a female, so that it'll flower, but unless you have a male, you won't get the berries. And so I just looked at it as sort of a teaching moment in the garden. So went ahead and purchased them. I'll take care of everything that's needed, but yeah. Are we okay with that?
Be better along the
I
fence
don't
line?
know. Is this something that's going to take up space that we're going to need for planting
That's
later?
that's the only reason why I would ask.
And then we've got our mulch pile, and then
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I mean, I could put it along the fence.
Yeah, I would like it in the back along the fence,
yeah, don't.
sort of like they've done with the rhubarb.
Okay, absolutely.
'Cause
Okay.
if it's sort of back corner along the fence, then it wouldn't be.
Yep. Okay.
This, I don't know if anyone else is. Doug, you look like you might disagree.
It's supposed to be a vegetable garden. It's not supposed to be a forest or a apple orchard or anything else. I like the flowers out front, but I just don't, permanent things like that. As time goes on, everybody's going to be stumbling around going, what are we supposed to, it's a permanent plant or tree. I just don't know that it's a good idea, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
And the only other thought, because of being on the ZBA, is that there is probably some zoning restrictions on, how far you are on the property line of where you have to plant things.
Not for shrubs. I wouldn't think so.
I don't know. You would have to look that up.
There certainly is for, there are rules about
For
fence.
trees and stuff like that, yes.
But I don't think there's a rule about shrubs.
Technically, they are food. Just saying.
No, and I was just gonna say, did you get for the, I'm gonna say it this way, for the shed, did you guys get a variance on the shed?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Everything's
Okay.
all set there. Yep.
Not a variance.
So-
We did it. We got a permit.
No,
Okay.
we did get a variance, and we
You
did
have to get
get
a variance.
a permit
because
and
that's the
everything.
same
We
thing.
had- Yeah, we did. Yes.
You have to have it, you have setbacks, and that's what constitutes these setbacks.
Right. And we drew
We're
a
having the
drawing.
same thing at the wastewater treatment plant with the trees there. So
Was it just out of curiosity if they were trees over a certain size?
no, it's just where you plant them at.
Okay.
Nope, you can look up the zoning.
Yeah, I
All
can.
right.
All right. And as soon as we can get it tilled, we will get those blankety blank flowers in the front. I bought some for that too, and they've been watering them for weeks. So, on to board member comments.
I'm
Anybody?
good.
Nope. All right.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Next meeting, August 15th. Be there, be square. And
We'll be in person.
we'll be in, that's right. We will be. All
Okay,
right.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll say.
Second.
I second it.
All in
Okay.
All in favor?
All right,
Aye.
all in favor? Aye.
Bye.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye.
You too. Good night.
Night.
Bye-bye.